lots of seats up here if you're looking for seats. And over on this side, come on up. Good evening. I'm Becky Grube, and I'm the co-chair of the Martin Luther King Junior Scholarship Board. And we just are so delighted to be here this evening because we haven't been able to do this for 2 years because of COVID. So we're just honored to have our 41 students this year who are receiving these well-deserved scholarships. The students from the past 2 years were also invited, but many of them are still in school. We have a few students that could make it tonight, and you'll be meeting them shortly as well. This is the 41st year that the fund is presenting deserving students with scholarships that will contribute to their higher education. The fund began with one $500 scholarship back in 1982, and since then, counting this year's scholarship recipients, well over $1 million in scholarship awards have been given to 505 students. Please see your program insert for a brief history of our organization and a list of former recipients by year. And you will also find a list of this year's recipients in another insert in the program. Also in the program is an insert with a thank you list, and I would like to refer to that now rather than at the end of the program. Dr. Rao, are you here? Where are you? Ah, thank you. We want to thank you for coming tonight and for supporting us through the years. Dr. Rao has to leave for another meeting by 7 o'clock, so I wanted to be sure we got our thank yous into her. We appreciate all the help that you have given to us, that your guidance counselors and teachers have given to the students who applied to the scholarships, and we just wish you the very best in your retirement. So thank you for coming tonight and for supporting us through the years. Also on the thank you list is the full support that we've gotten from Holy Trinity Lutheran Church. You are here right now. Not only do they donate a full scholarship each year, but they also provide a place for our board to meet monthly. And they've donated their facilities for our banquets in the past, and tonight, of course, they've donated the facilities for this program. And they've also purchased the tent for us outside where you will have your dessert later. And also they've supplied the flowers up here in the sanctuary. And Dr. Rao, we'd like you to take one of these flowers with you when you leave. So I think I'll just have someone give her those right now. Would you take them back to her, Lakeisha? I'm not sure how to get up there. So someone will bring them to you. And the other floral arrangement is for you, Mayor. Let's give her a hand again. And Trinity Church is also responsible for the flowers for these folks tonight. I want to give a special thanks to Jeffrey Herr, the church sexton here at Trinity, for doing all the setups and cleanups for so many, many years for us. Where are you, Jeffrey? There he is. Let's give him a cheer. Jeffrey is awesome. And I want to thank also Mayor Sirachi and Bernie Burkholder, who could not be here tonight. Bernie is the mayor's assistant, and she does many mailings for us when you get donor letters and so forth. Those come from the mayor's office, and Bernie does all that work. So even though she's not here, I'll tell her, let's give her a hand. And most importantly, we have some present and past donors with us this evening, and without the donors, none of this would be possible. So we thank everyone so very much who has donated to the fund over the years. I'm going to introduce some of the donors who I know are here, and I hope I don't miss anyone. But Susan and Nicholas Veronis, would you please stand? And Nicholas's sister is here, is that correct, Rebecca? Rebecca Michalopoulos. I can't say enough about the law firm of Hagel, Ganson, Veronis. Nico is one of our board members, and once again this year, their law firm has donated six $5,000 scholarships. In addition, Nico and his wife provide a scholarship for students as well. And Nico is one of our most enthusiastic board members. I think he has gotten all his relatives to also contribute to the fund. So we just can't say enough for Nico and his firm. Nico also supplies the CPA for us so that we don't have to pay someone to do our financial records. And he also has his technology assistant, Loy Ban, serving as our technology person. So let's please give a round of applause for Nico. And Nico, I'd like you to say a few words at this time. I know that you're not, you would do that?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Nico Veronis, and I'm partners with Jim Hagel-Gans, and we've had a law firm for 28, 29 years. But more importantly, we're graduates of McCaskey. We missed these scholars by 47 years, but we wish we had been co-students with you. Few opportunities in life are more valuable than a higher education. And to all the young scholars here tonight, we honor your academic accomplishments and the challenges many of you have overcome to succeed. Every year when we listen and interview you, we're amazed what you've overcome. Some of you have learned English in 1 or 2 years. Some of you come from other countries, and we look at your transcript and we're just in awe and think, why couldn't we have been good students like that, or better students? We thank Becky Grube, of course, and the board. One of the unique aspects of this board is they spend tremendous number of hours, the teachers on this board and the other professionals and business people, and they do it all on a volunteer basis because they want to make sure that every dollar raised goes directly to the scholars. So it's one of the few scholarship funds where 100% of the funds go to the MLK scholarship funds and to the students. I also want to thank Mayor Deneen Sirachi. She's the most enlightened mayor. We've been very fortunate to have this type of mayor in Lancaster, and we hope to have similar mayors in the future. Most importantly, we salute the parents, because when we listen to the students in interviews, we realize almost every student who's excelled has at least one parent who's the most important person in their life. And you know, we lift you up this evening because you've raised such fine children, and we know in many cases you've sacrificed your own life to make sure that they can be, perhaps in some cases, the first person to achieve a college education. And in addition to the parents, I want to thank the teachers of McCaskey, because I know many of the students are influenced by teachers like Matthew and Rachel and other mentors who guide them and give them the skills to succeed. So go into the world and do well. We all want to do well, but more importantly, go in the world and do good. We're confident with the higher education you receive, you will someday come back and give that and contribute in valuable ways to our own community. And we all know more than ever, our country needs wiser and new leaders. So I congratulate you and thank you, and I hope to meet many of you this evening. Thanks.
So Nico is a great example of someone who graduated from McCaskey and is giving back. I would also like to recognize Ed and Kathy Schoenberger. Would you please stand? Are you here? Let's give them a hand. They have sponsored 2 scholarships last year and 3 this year, so thank you so very much. Amy and William Mowbray. They sponsored a scholarship last year and 2 scholarships this year. Chuck Smith is the Vice President of Human Resources of Donegal Insurance Group, and I know he and his wife are here tonight. There he is. The Donegal Group sponsored 1 last year and 2 scholarships this year, so thank you so much to all of you. And Thomas Johnson, are you here? Ah, there he is. He has also sponsored a scholarship last year and this year, so thank you all very much. We just appreciate it so much. So now I would like to introduce Mayor Deneen Sirachi, who will serve as our Mistress of Ceremonies this evening. And Mayor Sirachi is the honorary chair of our board, as past city mayors have been, and we're just delighted to have her serve in this capacity this evening. So welcome, Mayor Sirachi.
Okay, so you're just gonna have to bear with me because I have permagrin. This is one of my favorite nights of the entire year, and I get invited to so many different events, but this is truly one that I look forward to every single year. And you know, I'm a parent of a McCaskey student right now, and so to be here tonight is extra sweet because I know some of the students that are receiving awards. Some of them even have my phone number, but I won't mention who that is. And it's, you know, when I was a kid, I remember hearing parents talk about their children being their pride and joy. And as mayor and as a mom with my own daughter at McCaskey, I feel like all of you are like their city's pride and joy. And I just want you to feel that love tonight and how proud we are of you, like beaming proud of your accomplishments and so hopeful for the futures that you are going to chart with a little help. Like this help is maybe a lot, you know, in terms of monetary, but it is nothing compared to the passion, determination, smarts that you all have that you are bringing to the world. And I am super excited to hear about all of the things that you are going to accomplish. And hopefully, with any luck, I'll be here when you come back and tell us about all of the great things that you have done and accomplished. So wherever you go in the world, and I hope you kind of stay here close, you will remember the many opportunities that you have also to give back and help the next one. Because isn't that what it's all about, helping the next one? And so my thanks to all of you, my pride and joy, as my honor to be the mayor of this city and to be here tonight as the honorary chair. So thank you very much. At this time, I would like to introduce Father Rodriguez of San Juan Bautista Catholic Church, who will provide an invocation for us. Father.
I'm just coming back to Lancaster. In October of 2020, I was assigned by Bishop Gaynor as the pastor of San Juan Bautista, and Father Wolf, who many people are very familiar with, had 20 years here in Lancaster. He went to where I had been, and so I was 6.5 years in Corpus Christi Church of Chambersburg. So I was there, but in 1987 was the year that I arrived in Lancaster. So I'm a city person from our beautiful town. My family has been here since the 60s. So that was my mom's sister's side. And many of you may know some of my family members. That's the connection we have through McCaskey. Many of you know Mr. Augustine Quasca.
Yeah.
Yeah, listen to that. He's my brother. So Mr. Quasket's my brother. That's very exciting, you know. He is a good dude, you know. And also my sister, I don't know if any of you had Mrs. Baldridge, Marie Baldridge is my sister. So she's now Marie Rodriguez. So that's her name now. She's at the Phoenix Academy working there. And so, and Gus is at, what was the hand school? And I'm sorry, I cannot remember the new name. It hasn't stuck. Jackson, okay. So that's where he's at in the principalship line there, and loving it. We love our town, everybody. We do. We're so proud of everything that we see. Now, I've been coming to Lancaster from New York City, where we were growing up at that time, since the late 60s. And I saw all the cows go away and more buildings arrive, you know. But, you know, you drive by a lot of things, and here we are in Trinity Lutheran. You drive by this amazing building on the outside. There was a wonderful pope before Pope Francis who said, but you cannot stand on the outside until you walk in and appreciate the stained glass window, for instance. And I walked in here, and I'm amazed. The windows are talking loudly to you and me, the gospel of our Lord. These gospel windows of different scenes of the life of our Lord Jesus Christ, and this glorious scene behind me of his resurrection. And it all portrays, my friends, as the light comes in, you know, life. The gospel is alive, and it's a message of hope and vibrancy for the world. Too many divisions are focused just on our differences, and when we finally get it, we come together around this, and you're just, what we look at, you're just everybody's kids. We are so excited for you and your achievements. And pulling ourselves together, you see now that you're probably passing people on the street who look like ordinary Joes, you know, and Susans, and they're doing great things in the community. And I'm so blessed to actually have been pushed by Pam. Thanks, Pam. I know you're somewhere. I don't know where you're hiding, but to get here tonight and be part of this event. I promise you I won't miss it again at all. You know, I'll gladly come back every year. So now that I've sort of built some little bridges here, you understand I'm connected to you as well. Let's pray and invoke God's blessing upon this blessed evening. I'm going to share with you something that spoke to me yesterday beautifully, and I shared it with my people on our Facebook page. A lot of people, hundreds, said, "Thank you, I needed that." In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen. I want you to know how safe and secure you are in my presence. That's a fact. Totally independent of your feelings. You're on your way to heaven. Nothing can prevent you from reaching that destination. There you will see me face to face, and your joy will be off the charts by any earthly standards. Even now you are never separated from me, though you must see me through eyes of faith. I will walk with you till the end of time and onward into eternity. And although my presence is a guaranteed promise, that doesn't always necessarily change your feelings. When you forget I'm with you, you may experience loneliness or fear. It's through awareness of my presence that peace displaces negative feelings. Practice the discipline of walking consciously with me through each day. So Lord Jesus, we want to acknowledge you, dear God, in this holy evening. We invoke your blessing and give you praise for gathering us here around this noble purpose of recognizing academic achievement and the hope of its development into leadership, a leadership as our leader of our town, Mayor Sorachi, has said that they will come back and give of their leadership to other people, the next generation, Lord. And so we give you praise. We ask an anointing of our event, and that all the goodness and all the accomplishments that are celebrated here may not soon be forgotten, but appreciated and bear good fruit now and towards our futures. This we ask in the name of our Lord, the risen Lord, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Thank you so much, Father Rodriguez, and we're glad to have you back to Lancaster. Okay, so this is the part where I get to introduce the former recipient who's going to share a little bit of their story with us tonight. And just remember, it could be you in a few years, so don't be surprised if you get asked. So tonight, it is my pleasure to introduce our speaker, Lakeisha Bear-Myers. Welcome, Lakeisha. Lakeisha was a scholarship recipient back in 1991 with 4 other classmates. So 5 scholarships were given that year. What a long way we've come since 1991 with the generosity of so many. Lakeisha went on to school at Westchester and then finished her bachelor's degree at Millersville University. She worked as a juvenile probation officer for Lancaster County for 10 years. She got married, and then she did this crazy thing. She moved to Texas. As her husband was in the military, she returned to Lancaster and worked as a college recruiter at Thaddeus Stevens for 2 years, went on to Temple and obtained her master's degree in social work, worked as a trauma social worker in the emergency departments at Hershey Medical Center and Lancaster General Hospital, and then moved on to her present job as a special education social worker in the school district of Lancaster. And she has been doing this for the past 5 years. So on behalf of the Martin Luther King Jr. Board, I was just delighted that Lakeisha accepted an invitation last year to come and speak to us. And she certainly sets an example for all the ways that our recipients not only achieve success professionally, but also give back to their community in so many hard ways and in so many challenging roles. Welcome, Lakeisha.
First off, I'd like to thank Mayor Sorachi for that wonderful introduction. I was born and raised in Lancaster. I went to school from kindergarten to 12th grade, so I've been in school district of Lancaster all my life. So being here is very important to me. So I'll start now. I want to thank everyone that's come out tonight to help us recognize and celebrate the accomplishments of our recipients. For over 40 years, the board has made a commitment to honor Dr. King's legacy. And I can say without hesitation, they have done that. Just over 30 years ago in 1991, I was lucky enough to be one of 5 students recognized. Unbelievably, I actually remember that day as if it were yesterday. And many of you are probably thinking, like, 30 years ago? It's a long time, and it really is. But it had such a profound impact on me that I can even remember what I wore to the banquet. I wore a skirt and a pale yellow blazer, so that's how impactful this was for me at that time. So I really believe that the impact that had on me, the situation that you're in right now here, being honored and being recognized tonight for all of your accomplishments and everything you've done, will have that same impact on you from here and going forward. So, that really excites me here tonight, and I'm just so glad that to see, we went from 5 to 41 people. 30 years ago, when I got this scholarship, I received the largest scholarship at that time, and it was $3,000. And $3,000 meant a world to me when I was going off to school. And I truly believe that receiving that scholarship laid the foundation for me to be able to pursue my dreams of going to college. And this is where it all began for me, and I believe this moment right here will have the same impact on many, if not all of you, being honored here tonight. I'd like to quote Dr. King, Intelligence plus character, that is the goal of true education. Intelligence and character are qualities all of you have in common. It shines through brightly in your interviews and your essays. And that is why you're here right now. We all believed in you. We believed in your dreams, your goals, and your desire to serve and give back to your community. The way in which you ultimately choose to serve your community may look very different over time, but the sense of satisfaction that you will have will not only change your life, but it will change the lives of the people you touch. It's important for me to recognize that this journey isn't going to be easy, but that's okay. Nothing worth working for is ever easy. You will face challenges, and the road you take to accomplish your dreams may not be straight. It may have twists and turns and can be riddled with obstacles. You can't let that stop you. It may slow you down, but it doesn't mean you won't make it to your final destination. It's important to remember that all that matters is if you make it to your destination, not how long it takes you to get there. When you face adversity and run into obstacles, your character will help guide you. It will show you the way and give you the direction you need. This is why every one of you will be able to accomplish everything you set your mind to. You have to believe in yourselves as much as we believe in you. We were able to see your vision, and it is important to keep your vision in sight and never lose that. I can speak from personal experience that the road is often difficult, and we will encounter situations that are out of our control. I know when I was in a spot that you are right now, I had a plan and I could see it clear as day. And then unfortunately, life happened. I struggled to follow the plan as I had imagined it, and I began to doubt myself. I was my own worst critic. Then I decided, I needed help. And I did what I needed to do, and I asked for help. And from that moment on, I decided I was never going to look back, and I was never going to give up. The determination and commitment paid off. 30 years later, I'm able to do that as a social worker for the School District of Lancaster. I'm able to come back to the district to play a vital role in getting me to where I'm at today and helping prepare me for this journey. I get to do what I love. I'm able to serve students, families, and even my coworkers. That means more to me than anything, and I have the most fulfillment in what I do in my job right now. My journey has come full circle as I was lucky enough to be asked to join the board. In that role, I'm able to give back to the board that believed in me and my dream and that could see my vision, and in turn, I'm able to give back to future recipients. Many of you described yourselves as hardworking, committed, dedicated, and driven. Possessing these qualities and characteristics will lead you to success and remind you of your why. In times where you may doubt yourself or be unsure, you need to believe in you and trust in yourself. I want you to ask yourself 4 questions in times of uncertainty. Why am I here? Why am I doing this? And why is this important to me? And finally, what do I want to accomplish? Once you answer these questions, you will know your why and you will know your purpose. Always believe in yourself and in your abilities. Never give up. Don't be ashamed to ask for help if you need it. The journey you're about to take and the experiences along the way will guide you on that road to success. And I'm going to wrap up right now, but I just want to close with one more quote from Dr. King. Even though we face the difficulties of today and tomorrow, I still have a dream. I don't want you to let go of that dream and always fight for it, because once you accomplish it, you'll know that you can do anything. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Lakeisha. It's so great to meet you and to have you here tonight and to know that you've come back to Lancaster to share your gifts with our community and our school district. So I really appreciate you being here. And on behalf of the board, thank you for accepting our invitation. Okay, here we go. We're ready for the main order of business, which is handing out the money. There are 41 scholarships tonight. This is what happens when a pandemic hits and we can't get together. And we're going to be sharing a total of $258,500 in scholarships. Woo! It's amazing, right? $258,500. That's just amazing. That's more than I paid for my house. These scholarship recipients were selected by a combination of factors that include academic excellence, school and community service, financial need, their personal essay, and personal interview with a selection committee. This is not an easy task to go through this process. And so tonight we are going to celebrate these 41 individuals. And to help do that, we have Mr. Coonan and Ms. Brumbach, who are communication arts teachers at McCaskey, members of the Scholarship Fund Board, and they're going to be making these scholarship award presentations. But before they do, join me in giving them a round of applause. And I've actually gotten to know Mr. Coonan a little more this year because my daughter is in his class. And so today I was reminded that I need to ask my daughter to share the sonnet that she wrote for communication arts. So I will get on that when I get home.
Same for all the other parents in the room.
Okay.
Your kids suffer through me. They've got some great poetry to show it to.
Okay. All right. So here we go. And we will be beginning with the previous years, starting in 2020, 2021, and then finally 2022.
Okay, so now this is on again. Hey, students, we're also going to ask you to come down and step up to the podium so you can just say, and you're invited to say something about yourself. We've got some great details to talk about you too, and you're also just invited to say thank you. But also, show of hands, how many of you are slightly nervous? Look around. You're not alone. Ms. Brumbach and I raised our hands deliberately. We do get a little nervous each time. But also know, look around. You're surrounded by the community. I mean, so many ties, so many family members, teachers, all the religious leaders, our mayor. We're here for you tonight. So, and you know if you're a member of my class. Exhale first, and then inhale, and know that you got this.
Thanks, Mr. Coonan.
Yeah. We also might mess up your names tonight because we don't.
We practice.
We're
so
trying. We're
He
trying.
might mess up your name. I won't. Just kidding, Mr. Coonan. Okay, it's an honor to be here. Thank you so much. I'm going to be starting us off with a former recipient, Theo Moyes Pack. Theodora, are you here? There's Theo. So, Theo received a $12,500 Susan and Nicholas Veronis Scholarship in May 2021. She currently attends the University of Arizona. I'm going to give a little bit of background. So Theo's GPA was 4.68, and her class ranking was 8th in a class of 459 students. During her time at McCaskey, she was president of Model UN, a member of National Honor Society, and she was in varsity soccer and track and field. At her church, she was a church youth leader and representative. In the summers, she worked as a finance intern. She also studied Arabic through the University of Arizona's language department for several years, and she spent time abroad during the summer in Morocco, Jordan, Israel, and Palestine, practicing her language skills and participating in educational classes. Her recommenders described her as an ambassador, a leader, and a liaison building bridges between interfaith groups, and, which I can also attest to, one of the most talented and gifted students I have ever taught in the classroom.
Hi, I just wanted to say thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to be here, and especially for the Verona Scholarship, and for everyone here who has inspired me to just keep learning. Thank you.
Our next former recipient is Sam Osa Rodriguez. Is Sam here? Oh no, maybe Sam is not here tonight. Okay, we will accept this award for Sam.
And then the other two recipients, Gavin. Gavin, can you come on down? Gavin, we don't have so much information about you, but I was talking with you, and you're a wonderful young man who's just working his sophomore year. You finished your sophomore year at Drexel, and you just finished with a paid internship as part of the Drexel program. All right, working with Comcast. Right on. Congratulations.
Thank you. I'd personally like to thank the Hagelgans and Veronis law firm. Very generous, contributing to all the recipients here. We got a great group, I see. Yeah, just thank you, and I appreciate it. And go Tornadoes.
Is this back on? Okay, and then Tamira Goodson. Is Tamira here? Tamira, come on down. And Tamira, can you tell us a little bit about yourself too when you come to the mic?
Oh, of course.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Tamira Goodson. I just finished my freshman year at Westchester University in political science. I've now made the decision to go into criminal justice. I was also a recipient last year. And I would like to say thank you to the law firm personally. That scholarship has opened so many doors for me at Westchester University, and it has really just set me on a path to succeed. Thank you.
All right, and then continuing, for this year's Susan and Nicholas Verona Scholarship, the next recipient is Ann McElvain. Ann's weighted GPA was a 4.54. She is 14th out of 462 students. That's the top 1%. She is on the National Honor Society and the Tri-Music Honor Society. She has been involved in vocal ensemble, chamber choir, and has been involved in several campus musicals. And she was the drum major for the marching band. For 3 years, she was selected as the LLMEA County Festivals and PMEA Choir Festivals. And in her essay, Ann said, "I wish to leave my grandfather's legacy of love and providing for others through teaching music. And I wish to honor Dr. King as well, working toward his vision of unity." And Ann hopes to major in music education with an emphasis on voice at Messiah University.
Thank you so much to each of the board members. Especially a big thank you to Susan and Nicholas Veronis for this scholarship. It will benefit me more than I can imagine. Thank you so much to everyone.
Our next scholarship is another $12,500 scholarship through Susan and Nicholas Veronis. And this student is Sujan Rupreti. Sujan has a GPA of 3.48. He's Vice President of Senior Council, a news anchor for the WMCC Tornado Alert Morning Show, which, by the way, I thought it was funny we had a tornado warning on the way here. I was like, how appropriate. Okay, sorry. And he's co-captain of the soccer team, a dual enrollment student, and he was elected Homecoming King by his peers. Sujan immigrated from Nepal and still serves as part of the Bhutanese Nepali Community Youth Group. During the pandemic, his youth group worked to make hundreds of phone calls helping fellow Nepali refugees register to vote and understand mail-in voting, as well as donating his own money to provide basic household needs for families during the pandemic lockdown. One teacher described Sujan as an absolute joy. I would describe Sujan as selfless, compassionate, caring deeply for the people around him. The principal and other faculty constantly seek him out to act as the face of our school in many different arenas, simply because he is a true role model and exemplary human being. And Sujan plans to study broadcast journalism at Temple University with the goal of, quote, creating news stories to inform my community about social issues in order to raise awareness and find solutions.
Good evening, everyone. First of all, I'd like to thank the entire board member of MLK, and especially Susan and Nicholas for giving me this opportunity and studying at Temple. It's one of my dream colleges, and thank you so much for this opportunity, and I'll be forever grateful. Have a great night.
Next up is the Botziger Foundation Scholarship, which is a $25,000 scholarship. And this the board awarded to Billy Dang Nguyen. Come on down, Billy. The board wrote, Billy has distinguished himself in McCaskey with a GPA of 4.30. He is an international and baccalaureate candidate this year. He participated in the Millersville University program in Lancaster during the high school years, and he is a member of the National Honor Society, the Tech Cub, the Tala Prep in McCaskey, and when he's not busy working at Rice and Noodles restaurants. References say, I respected Billy as a learner, but my favorite quality about him is by far his professionalism. He carries himself in a manner that sets him apart from his peers. He is more mature than many adults. Billy will be studying computer science, and he will be studying abroad at the Temple University campus in Japan.
Good evening, everyone. I just want to thank everyone here for the opportunity for me to get the scholarship. When I decided I wanted to study abroad, I had no clue how I was going to fund this, and because studying abroad is can be very expensive at times, and with rising college rates, this scholarship means a lot to me. And with this major of computer science I'm going into, I hope to one day return back to Lancaster and give back, because in these days, technology is a very big aspect of our lives, and I hope to be able to give it to as many people as possible. That's all from me. Thank you.
And then next is the Christine Enoch Memorial Scholarship for $7,500 this year. And this year's recipient is Bethlyn Jean Louise. Bethlyn, are you here? Yeah, sure. Bethlyn was a distinguished honor roll student with a GPA of 4.44. She's a member of the National Honor Society and is in the top 5% of her class. And up until the pandemic, she was a member of the orchestra and gospel choir in the school's Bible club. In addition to all this, she has a job outside of school where she works about 25 hours a week. And so she's planning to go to Millersville University to major in biochemistry.
Our next scholarship we'll be awarding is the $5,000 Betty Beck Scholarship in honor of her parents, Robert and Betty Kreider. And our student is Lily Asefa. Lily has a GPA of 4.26, sorry. She is one of 2 school board student representatives, which is a huge honor. And she's treasurer of the Black Student Union. She participated in cross-country, track, gospel choir, peer mediation, and National Honor Society. Outside of school, she is active in her church youth group, co-teaching Bible classes to young children. She also volunteered in the Lancaster Police Athletic League, which I heard that you've hunted some interesting things. And she came to America at the age of 9 from refugee camps in Kenya and Ethiopia. One coach describes Lily as a phenomenal team member and one of the most dedicated student athletes I've ever worked with in my 23 years of coaching. In her essay, Lily explains, I am prepared to help in any way I can to bring about meaningful change to our world. Lily plans to study exercise science at Eastern Mennonite University.
Before I say anything else, I would like to first say thank you all for being here today. This is like truly a huge thing for all of us. And also to the donors of the Betty Beck Scholarship, I'm really grateful. I guess other words, I'm thankful for my parents. They really just like showed me how to just stay strong and always believe in yourself. These are words from Dr. Rao, but the confidence that you have now, I guess to my fellow high school seniors, make sure you carry that same confidence as you move on to the next chapter of your life, because you will need it. Confidence, you're going to need it in every little thing. It doesn't matter how big, how small, you will need it. And yeah, I'm just really grateful, and I'm very happy, and I'm honored to receive this scholarship. It's just, it really means a lot. And I'm going to stop talking because I have a lot to say, but yeah. Thank you all for being here. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, the next we have two students that have been awarded the William and Amy Mowbray Family Scholarship for $5,000 this year. First is Isaias Escobar Ortiz. Isaias' weighted GPA is 3.68, which contributes nicely to his leadership as the Vice President of the National Honor Society. He is an assistant commander of the Junior ROTC and a mentor of the Advantage Lancaster, as well as a member of the Student Government and Senior Council. He was also a captain of the varsity track team, and he boxes at Lancaster City Boxing Academy, while being a member of Advantage Lancaster and the Atala program. And he's also a member of the Superin Cabinet, too. He's in the Health Careers program on campus, but his references all say that he is resilient, has a positive outlook, is mature, responsible, consistent, dependable, lovable, caring, kind, motivated to learn, empathetic, curious, an outstanding individual, and respected by all. In his essay, Isaias wrote, "I am passionate about providing low-income families with an equitable chance. Therefore, I'll use my education to advocate for those who can't advocate for themselves." He will attend the University of Pittsburgh.
Where do I start? That was nothing less than amazing. I'm the only here because of everyone that put those words on that paper. All credit to the school district of Lancaster. Thank you, Mr. Coonan, Mr. Brumbach, Mayor Sirachi. Especially thank you to Mr. Veronis and his family, Amy and Mrs. Amy and I had to write something. William and Amy Mowbray. Thank you to my grandmother and both my aunts right now. They gave up everything for me to be here. I don't know what I would do without you all. I hope to make a change one day in Lancaster. I hope to see you all again, and you all have the potential to do something amazing one day, so go do it. Thank you, McCaskey.
Next is Chin Lian. Chin's weighted GPA, oh, I'm so sorry, yeah, go for it, come on, please. Chin's weighted GPA is 4.52, that definitely puts you in the top 5%. He is a member of the National Honor Society, he is a member of the Student Council, and he has also participated in Model United Nations. He is active in his church youth group, where he is a technical assistant, and he's also in the local band, for which he is the pianist, keyboardist, and on the church worship team, where he's also a pianist. And he does the local community tutoring each week, too. And the community serves as a temporary urgent interpreter for the Burmese community and gives free music lessons to primary students in the community. If you went to the McCaskey musical, you heard him play. He was down in the basement playing piano, and you were self-taught? In his essay, Chin just astounds me every time I was talking. In his essay, Chin said, "As a student who migrated from several countries during my pre-teens, my childhood directly impacts my response to kindness. Seeing others engage in selfless charity and helping families like mine, the act of compassion and act of kindness almost seems like an inherited trait. My motivation for helping others is rooted in the cycle of returning generosity and redistributing kindness. To this day, I always task myself to reach out and provide help in the same way I witnessed selflessness. In the end, there is no limit or capacity for how much kindness you can give out. Proud of you.
Thank you so much to everyone who's here, especially to the Marbury family, William and Amy. Thank you so much for giving me this chance. I hope to repay and forward this act of kindness and gratitude by becoming an educator in the near future. Thank you all.
Oh, and Shid's going to be going to Franklin and Marshall College, where he received a full ride. We are going to go to the next person, who is Amir Yanay, right? Amir? It's
Amiri.
Amiri, I'm so sorry, Amiri. Amiri is receiving our nursing scholarship in loving memory of our dear Joan Pollock, our dear beloved board member, who helped start the board. So Amiri is also receiving the scholarship is the name of Joan Pollock, our first board chair and chair and board member, and also $1,000 in David Walburn scholarship in memory of his mother, Evan Loretta Walburn. Amiri has a weighted GPA of 3.47. She's a member of the National Honor Society, and she has been in the McCaskey cosmetology program and will graduate with her state license in cosmetology while also being part of the peer mediation program. Additionally, she also works at Wegmans and helps care for so many of the people within her family. In her essay, Amiri wrote, "I believe something that strongly defines me is my family. The most important person in my life is my mother. I am blessed to have a strong support system, and I would like to pay it forward by being a support system for others." And you're planning on going to the Pennsylvania College of Health and Sciences to become a nurse, correct? Yeah.
I would like to thank the Martin Luther King Board for all you guys, your time and consideration. I would also like to thank the 2 donors that have given me the opportunity to, go for my journey of nursing. Sorry, I'm really nervous. Yeah, just that I'm honored and that I will not take it for granted and that I can't thank you guys enough.
Our next scholarship is the $5,000 from Thomas and Sandra Johnson. Now, this recipient is actually performing in the spring play this evening at McCaskey, the children's play, so he is unable to join us. But this is for Zachary Ian Florence Buford, also known as Zach White. Give it up for Zach. We all know Zach. I wanted to share a little bit about Zach because Zach really has quite a story, and I think it's worth sharing with you. So Zach has a GPA of 3.0, and he's worked consistently hard to maintain that, despite having to move from house to house as a foster child. He's finally found his forever family, as he has just been adopted. Zach has been an integral part of both the music and theatrical programs at McCaskey. He's in the elite vocal ensemble, the Voices of Freedom Gospel Choir. He was in the fall play, musical, and spring children's play all 4 years. Outside of school, Zach performed through the MU theater program through Millersville University alongside other teens who face significant life challenges, creating and performing original plays built on social justice themes. He was also active in Premier Dance Academy. Zach's teacher and caseworker described Zach as a role model around the school and to his 5 younger siblings who look up to him as their mentor and confidant. In Zach's essay, he said of his work as a peer mediator, "When you grow up in an environment that is not the best, it can limit the potential you see in yourself. As a mediator, I am able to help people work through their problems and focus on a better future. In the future, I hope to help others see their inner beauty. Zach plans to study musical theater at Temple University. Our next scholarship is the $5,000 Donegal Insurance Group Scholarship, and this is for Cadence Josephine Carper. So Cadence has a GPA of 3.54 and has also already completed several college courses as a senior in high school through Elizabethtown College, which she plans to attend upon graduation. She's a member of the National Honor Society and Advantage Lancaster, and she's been volunteering at Carter and McCrae Elementary School, as well as at a local nursing home. In addition to all of this, she works at McDonald's outside of school and has been a crew trainer there. Her references say that Cadence is dedicated to her own education, as well as the building of a positive school community. Other words used to describe Cadence are an extraordinary young lady, which I can also attest to, as she was my student also. Cadence plans to study education and psychology at Elizabethtown College in hopes of becoming a teacher. In her essay, she wrote, "In the future, I hope to inspire people and be a shoulder for people to lean on." She wants to be a teacher who inspires children to do the right thing.
Hi, I would like to make a special thank you for the Donegal Insurance Group for giving me this amazing opportunity. I would also like to thank my mom and my aunt for allowing me to have all these opportunities. Without them, I would not be here. I would also like to say a special thank you to Ms. Brumbach. She has been one of my big inspirations. I really would like to be a teacher like her. Being in her class showed me how much she cares and puts work into her classes, and I actually want to really be like her. So thank you.
I'm so honored by you.
Thank you.
Sorry. Our next award is also through Donegal Insurance Group for another $5,000 scholarship, and this is for Mimi Poe. Mimi has a GPA of 4.5 and ranks 8th in her class. She is president of the art club, secretary of the campus orchestra, and first chair viola. She participates in varsity tennis, is group leader as a costume designer for school plays, and she participates in Link Crew and National Honor Society. Outside of school, Mimi is in the Mennonite Children's Choir of Lancaster. She joined the choir within a year of having arrived in Lancaster through a refugee resettlement program. She's also part of the Comprehensive Planning Committee for Lancaster City and works at Willow Valley. Her choir director says, "Mimi's work ethic, collaborative spirit, aptitude for learning, and respectful spirit is in the top 5% of students I have taught in the past 20 years. Mimi plans to study pre-health at Dickinson College with the goal of becoming a pediatrician. In her essay, she said, "Without helping the people around me, my life would be empty. And without the help of my family and community, I would not be where I am today. That is why I am planning to work in a field that helps others and gives back to the community."
I just want to say thank you so much for those who supported me, for me to be here, and thank you to the Donegal Insurance Group. It means so much to me. I'm so grateful and so happy, and I hope that I can give back to the community in the future. Thank you.
Our next scholarship is the $5,000 David Johnson and Holy Trinity Church Scholarship. And this award goes to Destiny Michelle Ponce. Destiny has a GPA of 4.7 and is ranked 4th in her class. She is one of the few students at the school who is applying for the International Baccalaureate Diploma. Destiny is a member of the National Honor Society and Link Crew. She is in the Neighborhood Leaders Academy, the Color of Teaching Mentoring Program, Squash Aces, and is on the committee for Future 20 Years of Lancaster. Outside of school, she is a youth leader at her church. In her essay, Destiny wrote, I was very fortunate for all the people that surrounded me in my life. As a result of the people who inspired me and my own success, I want to be a mentor for others and help them succeed. Destiny is planning to study international business or youth ministry at Franklin and Marshall College. She said this scholarship will help her get the education she needs so she can give back to her community.
I want to thank the David Johnson and Holy Trinity Scholarship for giving me this opportunity. I want to thank my mom and my sister because they always supported me and pushed me to do my best, even when I wanted to quit. And especially the Squash Aces program. It's the best program we have in this school district, and it gives me a great opportunity and great mentors. And thank you today.
So next we've got a series of the 6 $5,000 scholarships from the Hegel-Ganis and Varonis, and we'll begin with...
Our first recipient of the $5,000 Hegel-Ganis and Varonis Scholarship is So May. So has a GPA of 4.19. She is secretary of the Black Student Union, participates in youth equity stewardship, and is a member of National Honor Society and the National Technical Honor Society. She's also an intern at Lancaster General Hospital, which is a very selective group. We have quite a few of them here tonight. In her essay, she said, "My motivation for helping others comes from the history of my family. When my parents and I and my siblings first immigrated here, we had people support and help us in any way they could. We were placed in an apartment the first night we came here and had food and clothing already prepared and laid out in our little home. That act of selflessness to lay out a foundation for a new arriving family with no connections became rooted in my brain, and I'm very thankful for everyone who helped me and my family assimilate into American culture." So plans to study nursing at Harrisburg Area Community College.
I want to thank my parents, first of all, for affording me this opportunity to get better education and for moving here. And yeah, I'm very grateful to them. But I also want to thank all the sponsors here, especially Hagelgans and Varonis, which I was struggling to say. But I want to thank them especially for affording me the opportunity to pursue my goals with their faith. I will go forward. Thank you.
Our next $5,000 Hegel-Ganis and Varonis Scholarship is for Martin Pablo Vallejo Calderon. Martin. Martin has a GPA of 3.77, which is even more amazing considering he has only been in America for 2 years, having come from Colombia, South America. He's a member of the National Honor Society and takes many AP/IB classes. He's in my AP English class. One teacher described him as empathetic and genuine in every encounter he has, which is absolutely true. In his essay, he said, "One of my biggest dreams is to have enough knowledge to understand the human body and its possible improvements, a knowledge that will make me able to help in the research and development of new technological advances in medicine. This goal is one of my biggest motivations to keep striving and keep doing the right things in school and life." He plans to study biomedical engineering at Drexel or Temple University.
Hello everyone. I just want to say thank you to my family, my mom, my brother, to all the support that they bring me every day. Thanks a lot to Nicholas Baronis and Hegel-Ganis family to bring me this big opportunity. And that's it. I'm just very happy to start this new phase in my life. Thank you.
Up next is Bella Reyes Santiago. Bella's GPA is 3.97. They are a member of the National Honor Society where they also serve as the treasurer. And they participated in Junior ROTC as color guard and commander, and was also on the Junior ROTC academic bowl team. They also participated in Lancaster, Advantage Lancaster, and outside of work, they work at Wegmans. But the coolest thing I personally learned about Bella Ray in the interviews was the fact that she earned an Air Force Academy Flight Program scholarship over the summer and became one of the youngest people to earn their pilot's license in the state of Pennsylvania. That's right, Bella Ray can fly. That's so awesome, I'm still jealous. Their flight instructor said Bella was hardworking to a fault. In their essay, they said, my motivation has become to act as a role model for the young people around me so that they feel that they have someone to represent them too. I wish to serve as a testament to the strong people of color who made it possible for me to be who I am without repercussion, and to act as a beacon for those who are scared to be themselves out in the open. And you're going on that pit, right? All right.
First, I want to apologize if I trip over my words. I'm not much of a public speaker, but I just want to say thank you to all the donors who can make it possible for all these scholarships today. I mean, just hearing the sheer amount of money, like I don't even think I can wrap my brain around it, how much money that is. And I know to all my fellow students, it's such a good opportunity because, you know, higher education is such a privilege to have, and the fact that you're allowing us to have this privilege is out of this world. And I hope that I can honor you guys and honor everybody else who's a scholarship recipient by pursuing higher education and hopefully coming back to give back to all the young people in my life and show them that it is possible to do whatever they want. Thank you.
Next up is Arlene Lizeth Rangel Soto. Arlene has a weighted GPA of 4.09. She is on the National Honor Society and has taken honors and AP courses. She is also in the Senior Council Public Relations Officer, is on the Link Crew, is in the orchestra and girls soccer, and is a cheerleader in her spare time. In the past, she participated in Squash Aces in the church youth group. Her references said she embodies the characteristics of a good leader and a role model who leads by example. Out of school, she also works at Wegmans, and you're going to University of Delaware for occupational therapy.
Hi to everyone, and actually I will be attending Thomas Jefferson University, where I will be majoring for occupational therapy. I would like to thank everyone that is here today, and I would like to thank the MLK board for considering me for this scholarship. As a first-gen Latina, this award means so much to me, and it allows me to prove to those who believe that they can't go for higher education that it's possible, and that there are many people that are out there that are willing to support. Thank you.
Our next $5,000 Hagel Gans and Veronis scholarship is for Ida Abassine. Ida has a GPA of 3.1 and has been an ESL student after moving from a refugee camp in Burundi. Ida is a part of Black Student Union, Youth Equity Stewardship, and the HOSA Club. She sings in her church choir and is in her church youth group. She also works as an intern at Lancaster General Hospital and at the Hamilton Club. Her teacher says Ida has shown tremendous perseverance during her harrowing journey to the United States in becoming an exceptional high school student. In her essay, she said, "In my home country, I didn't have the chance to develop my skills and interests. I really appreciate the opportunity to be here where I can fulfill my dreams of pursuing a career to help improve the lives of others." Ida plans to study biology pre-med at Millersville University.
Hi everyone,
I just want to say thank you to my family. Thank you to all my teachers. You all have made it possible. I want to cry right now if I can. Okay, I really want to say thank you to the donors. You all means a lot to me. You're going to make this journey easier than I thought. I'm really, really appreciative for everyone who's here. Thank you.
Next up is Renaji Este. Naji's weighted GPA is a 4.0, and she is on the National Honor Society, and also the National Technical Honor Society. She is in HOSA, the Senior Council, and Step Dance. She moved here in 7th grade from Haiti. She is active as the secretary of her youth group and is the secretary of the communication department, and is the secretary of also the Sabbath School. She works in an internship program, the selective program, at Lancaster General Hospital. And also she works at Popeye's restaurants. Everyone knows her to be a hard worker, diligent, great personality, and a team player. Also, though, an exceptional public speaker. I remember the day when you said, I love public speaking. And so, I'm sorry, no pressure though. But yeah, she is amazing. In her essay, she wrote, she always dreamed of being a doctor. And the capability and self-empowerment enhance her aspiration to go as far as she can in this world. Go for it.
Good evening. My name is Renaji Este, and I want to thank everyone that is here today, and especially my mom. And I want to thank the MIK board members, and especially Mr. Kunin and Ms. Brombach. No words can convey my gratitude for the support I received from you. And to my fellow recipients that are here today, do not be afraid to take challenges, because this is part of your success. And being here is already your success. And the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. And be ready to start your journey now. Thank you.
Our next scholarship is the $5,000 Mary France Scholarship, and this goes to Veronica Bates. Veronica has a GPA of 3.93 and is a member of National Honor Society, the McCaskey Marching Band. She's in the alto section of the choir and performed in the spring musical as well as the jazz band. Outside of school, Veronica works as a nanny. Her IB music instructor said, "During our IB recital, I had the privilege of experiencing Veronica's artistry through arranging and performing. She almost moved me to tears with her arrangement of Bob Dylan's Blowin' in the Wind, and it was really beautiful." I saw that performance also. In her essay, Veronica said, "The power of my music isn't held in my ability, but in what it can do for others. When I think of success, I don't think of fame or money. I think of creating in a way that moves people." Veronica will study commercial music at Lipscomb College.
I just want to thank my family and my friends and the donors of this scholarship. And yeah, thank you so much.
Next up is the Matthew and Rebecca Michaelopoulos. Did I get that correct? Michaelopoulos, and also the Nikitas Verona Scholarship, which will be given to Emily Janice Pavon-Para. Emily has a weighted GPA of 3.31, and she has participated in the Lancaster Partnership Program with Millersville University. She is the cheerleading captain and was a Minithon vice president. She's on the senior council and is a peer mediator. And in addition to all this, she works at Texas Roadhouse up to 40 hours each week and is involved in the youth group at our church. Her coach said she is a wonderful student athlete. She's very bright and unpretentious at the same time. She has the uncanny ability to befriend anyone that she meets. and she always lent a helping hand to those who were struggling with both the sport and the schoolwork. In her essay, Amelia wrote vulnerably about summoning courage. She said, "Telling my story wasn't just for me to see change in my life. It's also for every girl that needs strength to tell her story. I hope to one day be able to inspire others to speak their truth and get the justice they deserve. And if awarded to me, I will be able to show all young women that there is a light at the end of the tunnel."
I would like to start off by thanking everyone that contributed into my scholarship. This will not only better my education, but it will better myself. I will take McCaskey with me and everywhere I go. They never let me be by myself with anything because I always knew I had loving staff and teachers to be there by my side. I hope that every student here knows that they are the pride and joy of McCaskey, and every girl here knows that they are doing so much for every little girl watching them at home. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next scholarship is a $5,000 Reverend Alexander and Pearl Veronis Scholarship, and this goes to Kayleen and Dino. Kayleen has a GPA of 3.0. Kayleen is president of Reach Club, a peer mediator, a dual enrollment student, and participates in Bible Club, Art Club, and after-school tutoring. Outside of school, she participated in the Lancaster Partnership Program and is in the youth service at her church. Her teacher explains, "Kayleen is not simply a good student, she is a good human. She is truly one of the most impressive students I have taught." Let me guess, was that Mr. Bezo? No? Oh, I thought it sounded like Mr. Bezo. Kayleen wrote in her essay, "I will major in arts because it's therapeutic, and psychology to help peers express themselves about their situations and understand that life conflicts can be overcome peacefully without aggression and violence." Brother Albright, who is in charge of the Reach Club and the peer mediation program, has spoken incredibly highly of Kayleen's leadership also. Kayleen will be studying graphic design and psychology at Millersville University.
Hello, everyone. It is truly an honor to be here and stand alongside with all of you. I'd like to congratulate all of my fellow peers for receiving such a wonderful opportunity, and yeah, thank you.
And next up is the George and Christine Veronis Scholarship of $5,000. We keep hearing this name, Veronis, Veronis, Veronis. The recipient is Caroline Alvarez. Caroline Alvarez, come on down. Caroline, I'm so sorry. Caroline has a weighted GPA of 4.13, and she's a member of the National Honor Society and a peer mediator. She's been a student director and is a member of the Senior Council. In addition to all her hard work at school, she holds a job working 20 hours a week and is very active in a church group and serves as the assistant church secretary. Her pastor wrote, "Even as a child, Caroline has demonstrated to be a genuine leader in everything that she has been required to do." In her essay, Caroline wrote, "I recognize the increasing need for mental health professionals, and I want to be able to professionally help others better their mental health while helping them realize the great value we all bring to this world." Caroline plans to study psychology at Millersville University.
I just wanted to say a huge thank you to everyone around me, especially my family, as well as every one of the board members of the MLK Scholarship, as well as specifically to George and Christine that has given me the opportunity to achieve my goal of getting a higher education. So thank you.
Our next award is the $5,000 Sharon Hargrave Scholarship, and this goes to Siani Ivelisse Figueroa. Siani has a GPA of 3.27 and is treasurer of Senior Council, president of Minithon, and JV cheerleading captain. She participates in the Color of Teaching mentoring program through Millersville University, and she has been a peer mediator. In addition, she works at Wegmans as a cashier. Through the Color of Teaching mentoring program, Siani had the opportunity to travel to the University of Florida to participate in a mentoring program there. She has wanted to be a teacher since she was in 8th grade. One of her teachers explains that Siani brings a zest and excitement with her to class, and that she displays grit and determination in the face of adversity. She plans to attend Westchester University and major in secondary education for mathematics.
Hi, firstly, I would like to thank McCaskey for this opportunity and countless others. I would also like to thank the MLK board for recognizing my potential even when I struggle to myself. And of course, to all the donors and Sharon Hargrave especially. And then a special thank you to my dad and grandma who are seated here today and who never fail to show up for me. So yeah, thank you.
It's so good to meet you.
We all are. Next up is the Kathy and Ed Schoenberger Scholarship for $5,000, which will be awarded to Yaritza Avalos. Yaritza has a weighted GPA of 3.81 and is the secretary of the National Honor Society. She is also on the student council and a peer mediator when she is not participating in soccer and track or in the marching band. Outside of school, she participates in her church youth group and volunteers for daycare at her church worship center. In addition to her busy schedule, you can also find her working at Rachel's Cafe and Creperie. In her essay, Yaritza wrote, "My mother has always shown me how to create connections from the heart and be intentional on how you impact others. My father motivates me to help others because as an immigrant coming to the U.S., he depended on the kindness of others to prosper in a new country. He was not always treated with equal respect, but those who gave him an opportunity were a great part of his journey. This, along with many other inspirational stories, has inspired me to become a resource for the community." And Yaritza plans to study psychology at Millersville University to help give back to her community.
Good evening, everyone. First and foremost, I would like to thank the committee, MLK committee, for giving us this opportunity, and the donors as well, because it's a great help to further our education, which is very important to all of us, to help our community and others. I want to thank my parents as well for instilling the great values in life that will take me very far in life to help others. And yeah, thank you.
Our next award is another $5,000 Kathy and Ed Schoenberger Scholarship, and this is for Sa Kapru Ne Mu. Sa has a GPA of 3.63. She is a link crew leader and member of the National Honor Society. Outside of school, Sa is involved in her church youth group. Sa arrived in America 8 years ago as a Karen refugee born in Thailand. One of her teachers describes her as having a great drive to succeed and a passion to learn. In her essay, Sa said that she and her sister do most of the housework and she helps her parent with translation when he goes to appointments. Her dad is a single parent and Sa hopes to be able to help her family financially once she receives her college degree. Sa plans to study automation and intelligent robotic engineering technology at Millersville University with the goal of becoming an automotive engineer.
Thank you everyone for being here, and thanks to the donor that I can start. I still have a chance to continue my higher education.
You got this.
Thank you.
It's okay. Next up, we have the Kathy and Ed. Oh, which one do we have? It's the Georgina and Thomas. No, I'm sorry. It's the Kathy and Ed Schellenberger Scholarship. I'm sorry about that. For Angelina Elizabeth Serrano Patel. Angelina's weighted GPA is 3.60, and she is on the National Honor Society, while also another cheerleader captain. She also served as an All-American cheerleader representing Pennsylvania, and she is on the Senior Council in the Skills USA. She has done community service at Wheatland School as the Junior Tornado cheerleader coach, and at school she has been in the cosmetology program for 3 years at McCaskey. Through it all, she's been one of her reviewers, or one of her recommendations wrote, she was humble, consistent, and determined, always up for a challenge, independent, and very vibrant, which totally came through in your interview. And she's already started developing her own business, as she wants to go to college to learn more about how to run her business. In her essay, Angelina wrote, "I plan on implementing my love for the arts and beauty in my future to help others feel good about themselves and provide them an opportunity to see how special each and every one was created." She'll attend Millersville University to study business management.
Hi, so I'm actually going to St. Thomas University in Miami, Florida. I just want to say thank you to everyone that's here and congratulations to everyone that received a scholarship, and thank you to my donors, and I appreciate it so much. I'm excited to start my journey.
Our next scholarship is the $5,000 Georgina and Thomas Russo Scholarship, and this is for Ashley Milagro Bombin. Beautiful hair, Ashley. Amazing. Ashley has a GPA of 4.58 and is ranked 10th in her class. She is president of the Avidum Club, which is a club that helps with mental health in students and helps prevention of suicide. She's the captain and secretary of Mock Trial. She's also a Link Crew leader, National Honor Society member, and she participated in Minithon. One of her references, this is amazing, one of her references said, "In honor of Juneteenth 2021, the Crispus Attucks Community Center recognized past, present, and future Black leaders in the Lancaster community through short films. It honored Ashley as one of their featured presentations." In her essay, Ashley wrote, yeah, that's awesome. That's crazy. In her essay, Ashley wrote, "I've always attempted to use the platform I've been provided with as a means of helping others, and this scholarship will help me go to college and widen my understanding, as well as provide me with a different platform to address issues in the local community and beyond." Ashley will be studying biology at Smith College.
First, I'd like to say thank you to the MLK Scholarship Board, but also thank you to the donors that allowed me to get my scholarship. And I'd like to one day become like them and help, maybe financially, of course, but also I have the hopes of, in the future, starting my own program about advocating for the issues in the medical community regarding people of color. And I'd also really like to thank my mom. She's a single mom and she's been there my entire life. And without her, I wouldn't have had the importance of an education and advocacy instilled within me from a very young age. So shout out to you, Mom.
Our next scholarship is a $5,000 Georgina and Thomas Russo Scholarship also, and this is for Yanira Perez. Yanira has a GPA of 4.42. She had the lead in the spring musical, was captain of the field hockey team, participated in the fall play, and is a member of National Honor Society Bible Club and a Link Crew leader. One of her teachers describes her as, quote, one of the most well-rounded students I have ever encountered in my career and a model student. In her essay, Yanira said, I want to see a smile on a little girl's face as she sees a strong, powerhouse female character on the stage. A few weeks ago, my school performed Newsies, the Broadway musical, and I played Catherine. After the show, so many little girls came up to me and told me how much they loved my character and how they wanted to be just like Catherine. They felt inspired. That right there was the confirmation that I needed to know that I was doing something good for others. I have a passion for wanting to make a positive impact on someone's life. I truly believe in the power of the arts. Yanira plans to study musical theater at Messiah University.
I want to give thanks to everyone on the board for giving me this opportunity to be here to receive the scholarship. It truly is an honor to be here. I want to give a special shout out to my mother, who's my #1 supporter and, as she likes to say, my #1 fan. And I really want to thank God because I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Philippians 4:13. Thank you.
Next up, continuing with the Georgina and Thomas Russo scholarships. We have 4 of them actually, so we have 2 more to get. Is Lorelei Sanchez. Lorelei is ranked 9th out of her 462 peers with a GPA of 4.691 and is in the National Honor Society as the parliamentarian. She is pursuing the IB diploma while taking both higher level chemistry and higher level biology, all to best prepare for her dream of going to med school. She has been involved with the vocal ensemble and cheerleading while being a member of the orchestra for all 4 years. One of her references wrote, Lorelei is a proud Latina that wants to help open doors for others that follow in her footsteps. In her essay, you wrote, in the future I aspire to be a cardiothoracic surgeon. After overcoming my own health concerns, I had gone through several doctors that seemed not to care and wanted to send me off to another specialist. What I liked about the specialist that diagnosed me was that she took the time to hear my side of the story, had patience, and had a genuine care to getting me healthy. Since then, I have been inspired to help others dealing with their health. I want to give those who have many similar issues, but above all, to help patients feel heard and be given care. Well done. You plan on going to the University of Alabama to continue the biology major for pre-med?
Yes. I would like to thank the MLK board as well as all of the donors here today because without all of you, I might not be able to go to my dream school and pursue the career that I would like to pursue. So thank you again. And I would also like to give a huge shout out to my mother, who is actually a teacher in the district. As a student of a teacher in the district, a lot of you might not know what goes on behind the scenes and what they've been struggling with the pandemic, all the extra work and all of the hours that they've been putting in to make sure that us as students in SDOL can have the best education that we can and helping us to further our education. So thank you, Mom, for always saying to me that you are proud of me no matter what and telling me to stick up for what I believe in. I also have family in Venezuela right now. Unfortunately, I haven't seen them since I was 9 because of the country is in shambles and their lack of medicine as well as their lack of food. And one of the things that inspired me to go into medicine is that I can help others in an inclusive world with so much diversity and be able to give the support and opportunities to those in the medical field that might not have that in other countries. Thank you.
Next up is Xavier Alexander Samuel, the last recipient of the Georgina and Thomas Russo Scholarship. Xavier has a weighted GPA of 4.42. He is in the National Honor Society. He's also in music for quite a lot. He's a brass selection leader in the marching band for saxophone. He's in the concert band and the jazz band. He's the bass selection leader in the vocal ensemble, the bass section leader, and he's in the first and second chair in the viola section of the orchestra. He is also in the chamber choir and in the Mock Trial Club and in the Black Student Union Club. And in his free time, Xavier works with the Boy Scouts of America, where he is not only listed in the Scouts Troop's Roll of Honor, but he also earned his Eagle Scout distinction just this past year. His Scoutmaster said Xavier is one of the most intelligent and mature young men I have ever encountered in my time as an assistant Scoutmaster. And in his essay, Xavier wrote, I plan to continue to help others in my community by majoring in economics and learning how different systems of exchange help or hurt a community, and how to then take these principles and help people of lower socioeconomic status protect their ideas and inventions from being copied by becoming an intellectual property lawyer. And Xavier plans to major in economics at Virginia Tech University, last we heard? No, okay.
Yeah, so I've been through a kind of crazy journey with college, but I will be attending Wesleyan University in Connecticut, 2026, or class of 2026. Yeah. But I would like to thank the Russos for their scholarship. This is a huge opportunity for me because college is very expensive, especially small liberal arts colleges. And I would also like to thank my parents. They both have been in my corner since the beginning, so thank you.
Our next scholarship is quite special. It's our largest scholarship this year. It's a $20,000 scholarship. And this is an MLK Board Scholarship in loving memory of Nelson Polite Sr., who was a former board member, and he had a real vision for the board. He was one of the original founders, and we believed that this student who received this award really captured his spirit. And the student that we are recognizing is Shemaiah Cotier. Shemaiah's GPA is 3.79. She's the treasurer and secretary of the STEP team, a member of Black Student Union, a dual enrollment student, and a peer mediator. She is also a member of National Honor Society, the National Technical Honor Society, and she participated in Millersville University's Lancaster Partnership Program. She's also an intern at Lancaster General Hospital, and she works 2 jobs outside of school. One teacher described Shemaiah by saying, high school was the stepping stone that allowed Shemaiah to develop into the wonderful young woman that she is today. It is an honor to recommend her, knowing that she will shine wherever she goes. In her essay, Shemaiah wrote, my motivation for helping others is the feeling you get after being a shoulder to lean on or a light in someone's dark situation. I had the honor of teaching Shemaiah for 2 years, and I can say absolutely, wholeheartedly that Shemaiah does not just talk the talk, she walks the walk, and it's an honor to know her. And she plans to earn a bachelor's in nursing from Morgan State University.
I would like to start by saying thank you all for being here, especially my mom and my sister. My sister is like my best friend for life, and then my mom is just my motivator. My dad, he wasn't able to make it today, but he is someone who's very important to me as well. I am forever grateful for the opportunities and exposure that were provided to help me grow as a student leader and the young woman that I am becoming through God's grace. I would like to thank the MLK board members for selecting me for this scholarship. Receiving this scholarship will help my family and I financially for my continued educational journey to Morgan State, where I'll be pursuing nursing. Lastly, I would like to give a special shout out to my family, friends, and teachers who have given me an endless amount of love and support throughout my high school experience. I am truly proud of my, I'm truly proud of my academic career this far, and I am forward to look, I was just so overwhelmed by the love and support in this room. Okay. I look forward to the many more successful years to come.
Next up is the MLK Board Scholarship in honor of Ellen Pike, her former board chair. Ellen, are you here with us tonight? Okay. And that will be awarded to Madeline Whitcraft. Maddie Whitcraft. Maddie's weighted GPA is 4.3, and she's a member of the National Honor Society. She's also a member of the McCaskey Vocal Ensemble, soprano section leader. She's a member of the Chamber Choir, soprano 1 section leader. She's in the Tri-M Music Honor Society, the Mock Trial, which she was a member of District Champion Team for 3 years as the assistant coach. And Performing Arts, she's been in 6 productions since 2018. She has volunteered for the ASPCA and the Therapeutic Horseback Riding Center and has worked with horses. She has been in the Miss Lancaster and Miss Pennsylvania organizations and has received scholarships through these as well. And she was Miss Mid-States Outstanding Teen in 2022. One reference pleaded, please give yourself some time to look over all of Maddie's many roles. She has quite the resume. In her essay, Madeline wrote, in my years of service, I have found that you do not have to have millions to donate in order to help others. Your time, your voice, your talents, your love, and anything you have to offer for the good of those around you is just as valuable, oftentimes more so than any sum of money. Maddie will go on to Dickinson College, where I'm certain you'll find an interest in one role to pursue or another.
I want to start out by saying thank you to everyone in this room for being here and for supporting me, even when it's hard to acknowledge my own accomplishments. I know that I always have people in my corner, from McCaskey and my family, from my friends, and I just am overwhelmed by the amount of love and support that I have received over my years at McCaskey. I have always been the kind of person who wanted to do more. I wanted to do something different, and I wanted to try something that I never have before. And I want to thank my parents for letting me drag them along on all of the different experiences that I have dragged them into. And lastly, I would really like to thank the MLK Scholarship Board for believing in me and giving me the option to further my education. As we all know, education is extremely important and very expensive. So I hope to go to Dickinson and possibly become a lawyer or a broadcaster or a teacher, something. I am very excited to explore my passions and settle down on one of those. So thank you so much to everyone for believing in me.
Now we have the $5,000 MLK Scholarship for the Thaddeus Stevens Board Scholarship in honor of Lisa and Bill Starr, former board members and treasurers, who will be given to Xavier Rivera. Xavier participated in the Lancaster Partnership Program with a GPA of 3.1, and as a student athlete and musician, Xavier has participated in soccer, marching band, concert band, winter and spring track, when he's not busy outside of school working at Mr. Car Wash. One of Xavier's references said he is sincerely one of the hardest working students I have taught, and he balances his life, schoolwork, work, and extracurricular activities better than most adults I know. In his essay, Xavier said, Dr. Martin Luther King once asked, what are you doing for others? I help my neighbors, especially the elderly ones, with anything they need. In the winter, I help with snow removal, and during the warmer months, I help with yard work or basically anything I can do. My motivation for helping others is to see smiles on their faces and hopefully make their day better. It brings me joy, even if it is behind the scenes.
Hello, I would like to thank the MLK Board and Lisa and Bill for this opportunity. I would also like to thank the Future Writing Center for preparing me for college and this whole process, and all the teachers that have been with me. And I also would like to thank my mom. She's a role model for me, and I do love you, okay? I love you a lot. Thank you.
So sweet. Congrats. There you go. Our next award is a $5,000 Martin Luther King Jr. Board Nursing Scholarship in loving memory of Joan Pollock, our first board chair and board member. And this award is going to John Diel Ortiz Rodriguez. John D. has a GPA of 4.06. John D. is one of 2 school board student representatives with the Lilly, which again is a huge honor to be chosen to do that. He's president of Youth Equity Stewardship and vice president of National Technical Honor Society. He has participated in the Millersville University Lancaster Partnership Program and is a member of the National Honor Society. He also is a competitor in HOSA, a link crew leader, and member of Student Council. He also is one of our interns at Lancaster General Hospital. One teacher said, "The most important thing to me about John D. is that he is kind. I have met few students as willing to help those around them. He is a young man with a desire to support those in need and build up those around him." In his essay, John D. wrote, "I attempt everything in my power to reach those that need to be listened to." And last year I had the privilege of teaching John D. during Zoom, and John D. was always the first person on there, smiling at everybody, greeting everybody. He's just an absolute big-hearted, warm human being, and he plans to earn a bachelor's in nursing, which is perfect, from the Pennsylvania College of Health Sciences.
Okay, so to begin with, thank you to Joan, is that you say the name? From the scholarship, Joan?
Oh, Joan Pollock.
Joan, okay.
In memory of Joan Pollock.
In memory of Joan Pollock, I'm really thankful for this scholarship. It's gonna help me in more than, it could be expected. Firstly, I wanna thank my teachers, past teachers that I've had this 4 years, and current teachers that are here today, like Ms. Brumba, Mr. Coonan, Ms. Beats, my health careers teacher. Somebody taught me a lot. I want to thank my mother, single mother. We've been here 5 years here. She's done everything in her power so that I can keep me motivated. She's been my heroine. She struggled so much in life that even thinking and being in her shoes, I would just like break down from thinking of being in her shoes, only thinking about it. So it's a motivation of like, no matter how hard life becomes, she didn't give up. So why would I? I'm so thankful for you all being here. I'm pretty sure that my fellow recipients are thankful for all you all being here, for spending the time, giving some of your precious time to be here today. So I'm really thankful. I'm pretty sure we all are. And yeah, thank you.
Congrats, Jonathan. Congrats. There you go.
Our next scholarship is for, is this on? Our next scholarship is for, it's in loving memory of somebody who's very dear to us, Kathy Kuzmiak, who was a long-term teacher, guidance counselor, and principal in the school district in Lancaster. And I called her the guardian angel, who just was a miracle worker. She really was. So it's fitting that we award this next scholarship in her name to Jaden Elizabeth Torres. I'll just say a little bit about Jaden. And Jaden's weighted GPA was 4.30. She had participated in the Millersville University Lancaster Partnership Program and National Honor Society. She was on the senior council, student council, and she had the lead in the school musical this year. Not bad for her first time trying out for a school play. In softball, she was the varsity leader, and outside of school, she babysits tutors and volunteers at a local softball snack. In her essay, Jaden wrote, "Life is so much more than yourself. and it's important to remember that you are not entitled to anything at all. I am able to live my life as I know it because thousands of people that came before me who fought for my future and for my success. This is motivation enough for me to choose to repay this hard work and serve my community every day. And Jabin will be attending Temple University, where she may even try out for a second school play.
Our next award is a $5,000 Martin Luther King Jr. Board Scholarship, and this is for Melin Polanco Apantes. Majeline? Wow, I was very wrong. Sorry, Majeline. Majeline has a GPA of 3.9 and is a member of the National Honor Society. She has played softball and is a participant in the side-by-side program. She's active in her church youth group and works at Lancaster Cupcake. She also works as a translator for her family. One teacher said, Majeline is an extraordinary student. She is still learning the English language, and she refuses to allow a language barrier become an excuse for her work and goals. She has not missed class the entire school year, and she is always punctual. In her essay, Majeline wrote, helping others has always been one of my priorities in life. There has never been a doubt in my mind that I would pursue a career that involved serving the community. She plans to study at Harrisburg Area Community College to become an obstetric ultrasound technologist.
I would like to thank the MLK Scholarship Board for giving me this opportunity. I'm very thankful. Being a McCaskey has been the best thing that I could ever done. I have seen a couple familiar faces today, and you might wonder where have I been this a year and a half. I decided to go to Lancaster Career and Technology Center to get my medical assistant certification. I'm doing my internship right now. I'll be graduating May 31st from Lancaster Career and Technology Center, and then I'll be graduating from McCaskey June 2nd. To be honest, I don't know what I'm going to do after, like for college and stuff like that, but I hope I make the right decision and I do what I love, which is helping others. Thank you.
That's awesome. Congratulations on it. Congratulations.
Congrats, sweetie. There you go. Our next scholarship is a $5,000 Martin Luther King Jr. Board Scholarship as well, and this is for Ibrahim Netege. Ibrahim has a GPA of 3.18. He was team captain of the varsity soccer team and a member of the Lancaster Lions Soccer Club. He is a two-time high school all-star soccer player. He has also been a member of the track and field team and has participated in the Lancaster Partnership Program through Millersville University. Ibrahim lived in a refugee camp for 5 years, along with his siblings and parents. He traveled from Congo to Uganda and finally to the United States. His ESL teacher wrote, unlike many of his peers, Ibrahim is an English language learner and recently arrived immigrant who continues developing his English language skills while simultaneously enhancing his content knowledge. Ibrahim demonstrated extraordinary perseverance during his educational journey with a very strong academic performance in class. In his essay, Ibrahim said, as I was growing up, I always wanted to be my own boss. After I graduate with my business degree, I want to start my own business, support my family financially, and also give back to the community by creating jobs for people. Ibrahim will study accounting at Millersville University.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you all for coming. And I would personally like to thank members of MLK Scholarship. This really means so much to me for giving me this opportunity and continue my post-secondary education and not have to worry about ends meet. And I would really like to thank that we have this organization that exists and is making life much easier for us. and so much. Thank you so much. And I hope this inspires everybody and really, this is my first speech anyways.
No worries.
But
Hey,
thank you. Yeah, this hopefully inspires everybody in the future to give back to the community. Thank you so much.
Beautiful job. Did a beautiful job. Here you go, sweetie.
Ibrahim, you definitely are dressed like a boss. Like,
Yes, you are.
You win the best.
You
dress
are
award.
dressed like
Well
a
done.
boss.
We've got 3 more scholarships, I believe, for the four more scholarships. So it's just
Our next scholarship is a $5,000 Martin Luther King Jr. Board Scholarship for Ruby Acevedo Guzman. Ruby has a GPA of 3.1. She's an anchor on the WMCC Tornado Alert Morning Show with Sujan. That's her partner in crime. And participated in the Lancaster Partnership Program through Millersville University. She is a member of Senior Council and Student Council and has worked at various jobs outside of school. She also helps care for her younger siblings at home on a daily basis. She had to quit her job during the pandemic to help out in this way so her parents could continue to work. One of her teachers said, "Ruby is the embodiment of what I would like my own daughters to become, a strong scholar with intrinsic motivation." Another teacher wrote, "Ruby is an incredibly creative and talented individual, yet extremely humble." In her essay, she wrote, "I am the first in my family to attend college, and it is my goal to make my family proud." I was able to teach Ruby for the past 2 years as well, and Ruby is incredibly humble and just an absolute ray of sunshine. She plans to study journalism or psychology at Westchester University.
I want to say thank you to everyone here and to the donors for all the scholarships, especially the MLK members. And I want to say thank you to my family and my teachers at McCaskey, especially Ms. Brumbeck, who believed in me when I couldn't and encouraged me to take an AP class my junior year. And yeah, just thank you for everything.
So the last 3 scholarships we have are just following up with the MLK Board scholarships, $5,000 each. And the third one goes to Juan Diego David. Juan Diego has a GPA of 4.3 and was part of the Millersville University Lancaster Partnership Program. Juan has been in vocal ensemble, Voices of Freedom, is serving as the vice president, and then also he's been in the chamber choir, the school musical, serving as dance captain, and in the past participated in the ski club and the school musical dance captain. So you're the person who did all the, like taught everyone, if you saw the school musical, Newsies, it was amazing. That was phenomenal dancing. Well done. He volunteers in the elementary after-school program. He has been taking college courses during his senior year at Pennsylvania College of Art and Design and a dual enrollment program. And in his essay, Juan said, "My goal is to now share my knowledge of art and how amazing it is to the younger generation. I want to share what I did and still do for others with these children so that they can hopefully do the same. Through the use of color and shape, they too can spark joy and happiness in others just as I do. Just as my art teachers did and taught me, I will continue this so-called legacy I am claiming and continue to inspire others and spread the love of art." John will attend the Tyler School of Art and Architecture at Temple University to study art education.
I just want to give a big thank you to the MLK Scholarship Board. It's an honor to even be considered and an even bigger honor to be gifted this financial award, and thank you so much.
Next up is Daniel Nolasco Yorina. Daniel, go for it. Daniel has a GPA of 3.7 and is in the National Honor Society. He participated in after-school tutoring, and outside of school he works as a trainer at LA Fitness. But some of us have been lucky enough to see him become a poet, as he has written songs and poems for his class. He and his friends also flip houses on the side. Many references wrote that Daniel is diligent, hardworking, humble, and kind-hearted. One reference in particular wrote, "Don't underestimate Daniel. For such a kind, soft-spoken gentleman, Daniel really has this unspoken, beat-dropping, line and time-mesmerizing ability to write sublime rhymes that will drop your jaws and blow your minds." In his essay, Daniel said, "I hope to achieve success not only for myself, but for others that are having trouble obtaining it. It's a goal I have because where I come from, many people struggle to achieve it, and I am one of them. I would like to make steps or plans that will make it easier for someone that needs guidance or does not know where to start, and he would even like to create an undergraduate 101 guide for people like him who are overwhelmed with going through the process of applying for colleges." Daniel plans to go on to study at Central Penn College to study physical therapy.
Well, there's so many things that I want to say, but first thing I want to say is that thank you to Mr. Coonan, thank you Ms. Brumbeck for being here. I want to say everybody, thank you for being here. I'm kind of nervous right now, you can tell, but I want to shout out to my mom. She's my biggest motivator, my mentor. She's always been there for me, and I want to shout out to God because He's always been there, and thank you all.
And then last, but certainly not least, the MLK is proud to give a scholarship to Miss Essence Winters. Essence has a 3.29 GPA. She is a member of the Black Student Union, the Yes Stewardship. She's also in the school newspaper Vedette. She has participated in Link Leadership. And outside of school, she is on the infamous, unstoppable drill team. And she's also a STEM girl boy leadership mentor and a STEM camp counselor involved heavily in the Lancaster Library Summer Reading Program. She even has her own YouTube channel. One reference put it best. Essence has a unique voice and vibrant personality that would make any academic community richer. She is a team player, hard worker, and creative thinker who has expressed interest in becoming an attorney in order to continue the fight for a more equitable society. Her essay inspired so many of us on the board, and I don't have the time to quote it all. But she did write, "As of now, I am a young black woman who has had the weight of her world on her shoulders. I want better for myself and those around me, and I strive every day to make the best out of what I was given." I relate personally to Dr. King's faithful background. With every speech he gave, he included God and quoted scripture, because Dr. King knew his purpose through the will of God, and that's what motivated him to stand his ground. I'm motivated through my determination, wisdom, and my God-given strength. The upcoming generation needs more role models and more people to encourage them to educate themselves. And I'm the proponent of stepping out and setting on that momentous journey to seek a deeper understanding of what it means to become change.
Thank you. I would first like to say thank you, Jesus, for this momentous moment. And I know He is not done for paving the way for me. I would like to thank my mother for teaching me that a mustard seed of faith will get me where I need to be. I'm very thankful to the MLK board for considering me for the scholarship. And this is just so much. But watching my fellow peers come up tonight, I know
that everyone here is the main character in their own movie. And I want to let everyone know to not lean on your own understanding, but lean on everything. Lean everything onto the Lord, and He will make your path straight. Thank you.
That's really beautiful.
Essence is also going on to Clark Atlanta University, where she will major in criminal justice.
We have a final recipient who is a former recipient who is here tonight, and we would like to call her up. So this was an award from May of 2021, which, wow, was last year. It feels like so long ago, the pandemic time. And this student won $25,000 through Bot Stiver Foundation Scholarship. And I did not have the privilege of teaching Ariana Marshall, but I teach her brother, and he loves you. So come on up. Ariana, can you tell us a little bit about what you've been doing? Go ahead.
I would first say thank you to the MLK board for selecting me for the scholarship, and also for the generous donation from the Bullspire, I didn't say it right, Foundation for helping me become a biochemistry major this year. I would also say thank you to my parents for helping me and motivating me to keep going, especially taking calculus this year. It's very hard, but they inspired me to keep going. Especially, I would like to say thank you to Mr. Magombi. He's not here, but he helped me inspire to be a chemistry major. But thank you.
Congratulations. I'm glad you came.
It's almost over. It's almost over. On the front of your bulletin, it says, I have a dream. These 4 words spoken so eloquently by the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King on that hot August day in 1963 for a Jobs and Freedom March. That purpose had meaning then, and these 4 words have just as much meaning today. And so, closing remarks are about thank yous. And if I start thanking everyone who contributed to this night, I'm going to forget someone. So we put those things in the bulletin for you. There's an insert. However, there are some thank yous that still need to be repeated. And that would first of all be about the money. The money comes from the donors. And so we must say thank you to the donors for their generosity on a regular basis that help you as recipients receive some help as you attend your dream. Please, let's acknowledge our donors. And to those who didn't think it was robbery to come out tonight, we do want to say thank you. Secondly, we'd like to thank our mayor for being our special mistress of ceremonies, because we know you have a busy job. And there's many things that you could be doing, but tonight you sacrifice your time to come tonight, and we do want to say thank you. Lastly, we want to thank the board. The board puts in a lot of work to bring this program to you tonight. And we do it for the love of our students, and we do it to reward the scholars who put in the work to earn the money to go to school, to begin your dream. Whether your dream has been deferred, whether you are living your dream, whether you're beginning your dream. That's what this night was about tonight, dreams, and helping to make those dreams come true. And we applaud every last one of you who did the work. You came to school every day. You did the homework. You went online. You applied for the scholarship. You made sure you had your recommendations. You kept your grades up. And you showed up at the interview and you sold it. And we rewarded that tonight. And we want to applaud you. Each one of you came tonight with your own cheerleaders. Parents, you are the wind beneath their wings. You are the wind that makes them move. You are their mentors, regardless of how much you had to debate, argue, pull them out of bed, yell at them for whatever. You are what motivate them. And so as you guys embark on adulthood, because you are now emerging adults, listen, when you play chess, you don't win always moving forward. So sometimes you're going to have to step back to put yourself in a position to win. So remember that when you face your trials. And you will face trials. It's just called life. It's a setback for a setup. Keep pushing. You will reach your dream. Thank you all. Please, don't forget, we invite you to join us under the tent for a little refreshment. We invite all recipients to remain shortly as we need to take a photo. And thank you once again for attendance.
Congratulations to all the recipients tonight. And as June said, thank you for attending. We wish you great success in college next year, and we hope that you'll keep in touch with us. In the envelope that you folks have received, you have a letter from me, and you also have 2 contracts in there. Before you leave tonight, I'd like you to fill out the 1 contract, and I'll be up here. You can give it to me. That way you won't have to mail it. And you can keep the other one for your own information. We need that information. If you read it, you'll see why we need the information to help you get some more money, hopefully, through FIA. Finally, we'd like the students to all come to the front of the sanctuary to have your picture taken, because we would like to get it taken for the newspaper. So if all of you would please come forward at the end here, your parents can go get a few things to eat while they're waiting for you. It shouldn't take too long to have your picture taken. Once again, I want to thank the mayor for her part tonight. We really appreciate you being here and all the support that you've given to us. And thank you to all our donors who are here tonight. And thank you to parents and students, and have a great evening. Thank you very much. Oh, wait, hold on. I forgot the benediction. My apologies. Pastor Benser will give the benediction at this time. Sorry about that.
I don't normally sit in those seats on Sunday mornings. They're not very comfortable, are they? I'll have to trim the sermon back on Sunday now that I know what it feels like. Would you please stand for the benediction? Let us pray. O God, source of all goodness, we give you thanks for the gift of reason and the opportunity for education. Inspire all those who live in this city and county to see the importance of public education and have the passion for an education that shapes students to be good and faithful citizens in our community. Bless the school district of Lancaster, that it may continue to be a place of learning and safety, where teachers challenge the minds and nurture the hearts of their students. Grant that teachers and students might work together in mutual respect and find joy in the challenges of academic life. And send your blessing upon these scholarship recipients. Guide them as they continue the work of learning beyond high school. Give them clearness of vision, freshness of thought, and enable them to open their hearts and minds to knowledge, wisdom, understanding, and compassion, and protect them from danger and harm as you prepare them to face the challenges of life. So may they be inspired and motivated by their vision. We pray in your holy name. Amen.